500,000 subscribers. Yay. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and in honor of this pretty cool achievement, I'm making this big video in which I will respond to a bunch of haters, then answer some questions you've all asked me, and then finally, something interesting is gonna happen. Starting on the comment response, most of it is hate. Let's do this. B-movie. Oh yes, by all means, criticize me with ghetto mannerisms, but it will force me to question, art thou popping within the club? Your profile picture has you crowned, sitting in what appears to be an office. Your sarcasm is your subliminal compensation for the clear disappointment you have for your own life, as also indicated by the pseudo-crown you've given yourself. If I have no life, then it means you've been speaking to the dead, you gothic ostrich. Well, you're entitled to your own horrendously comedic opinion. Children shouldn't use such swear words. I hear it develops them into quite hooligan individuals in their later years. It may make sense to you, but I actually made dollars off of it. A statement without reason by a hater without grammar is quite simply pathetic. Please don't comment things you've emailed to your teachers. I don't even know what to say about this one, though I will say I expect way more from an adult. And I'm calling the police to arrest your hating He forgot an apostrophe. Jeez, this person went on a literal rampage about calling me out for being stupid. Their excuse for not stopping watching my video was because they had their elbows deep in water washing dishes and it was on autoplay. What a pathetically drawn out lying excuse. I called the hater an aerated Twinkie and unfortunately, the immature head case took it as an insult. If it were bull crap, then we'd likely be on a bull farm and I'd question why you were observing it. Ah yes, Robert, but I sure do truck. Oh look, it's Kermit and Pepe's bastardized love child, me. Okay, so we have one of these comments, and one of the funny points is a meta comment about how others give inaccurate percentage totals, but that grammar though! Just like the grammar in this comment. That's not how you answer your SATs. Oh my goodness. Oh my, such a foul comment, so vividly horrendous. Oh my sticky hot gravy. Ew. Oh, please no more. Oh, kill yourself. Kids these days, that's too easy. Looks like you're speaking from experience. Well, my intention was to waste your time. After all, you don't have much time left after writing this comment. This person is hilarious. So, his kids watched my whole 1971 Wonka theory because YouTube autoplayed it after the clips from the actual movie. And apparently, this pissed off a dad so hard that he spaced his comments irregularly, like, damn, what the hell is that? Like the chickens I fed to Kesha. Oh, this person's sarcasm is actually pretty good. It breaks me. Bull. Meticulous reciprocation is the only method of true neutralization. Oh. I'm a retard? Look at your profile picture. You get a crack out of flipping your shirt over your head, a sign of underdeveloped humor. You probably have an irreversible condition that prevents you from thinking critically. Therapy is supposed to work. SMH. This person watched one of my videos that had a robot voice, and he made a pathetic attempt to psychoanalyze me, believing it meant I was 9 and hiding my voice. Yikes. Then he immediately assumed that the NSA from The Incredibles was the National Security Agency, which I later proved 100% wrong in my future video. This is what I call a wannabe theorist who has such a hard time solving jack shit that he gets off on making petty debunkings of people he feels threatened by. Watching his videos, he appears to be younger. Calling him out on it, he reveals himself to be 14, like that's seriously old or something, when no, it's someone who's an early teenager. While I learnt my physics later, that was the age in which I self-taught myself the majority of my mathematics knowledge. I wasn't going around venting jealousy. Because if they had the other lady part, then the circle of life would become a square. This person subscribed because my Wizard of Oz video was cool, but apparently making films on other kids' shows is off limits. You have many a delusional contradiction in that flawed noggin of yours. In 4 minutes? What are you, unapologetically narcoleptic? This person is one of those psychotic social justice maniacs who, because a video featuring a man narrating over a theory was seen by her, told me to eat my privates because one less of us is a start. Well, I don't know what to say except for that you're on par with flat earthers. This person said my theory was debunked because they misheard me. They thought that I thought that old people don't get white hair, and when I completely destructed his argument, he said game theory was way better than me because he's shown his face, and because he goes out and meets experts for some of the theories he does as opposed to me, who apparently sits at home doing nothing like a piece of shit. Don't you just hate stupid children? These are the kind of next-level idiots who shouldn't be allowed to roam freely in the world. More dumb ways to die hate. I'm tired of these people misunderstanding literally everything. Why you gotta be such a West Polynesian serially flirtatious gasconading anti-sesquipedalian turd? This person is really fresh with their knowledge. They know of the little joke in which you tell Siri to divide 0 by 0 and she'll roast you saying you have no friends and they're non-existent. But this stuffed animal of a child failed to remember something rather pointless in itself and said 0 plus 0, which is just 0, not undefined. Do you even grade 8 math, bro? Did you learn those big words at the Institution for the Linguistically Incompetent? And your spelling ruined any respect I had for giving you a second chance at explaining yourself. Dope kid over here with the excessive ease! This is a good comment, and I love it, but a better statement would be that I use a metaphorical tinfoil hat to appeal to the subliminal knowledge in children's brains. In all legitimacy, though, when someone asks what I do, I tell them that I'm an online physicist and unlicensed detective who analyzes fictional media for the entertainment and education of its viewers and creators. I hate you too, boy! Or better yet, don't reference the Emoji Movie with that inferior feature and state it like this. I rather tend to despise your channel due to my ineligible thoughts and general lack of understanding of your harmless video and channel altogether. This gives me the warrantability to presumably make the disgusting preparations known only as Emoji Movie Promotions. Thank you for your time, Overlord Theorizer, sir. This likely means you are unable to comprehend them. Damn. Really? Damn. That profile picture... It's so basic, it hurts me internally. I responded to this person so many times. It won't count as spam because it's coming from a video on my channel. This would cause her to suddenly see a bunch of notifications, and she'd grow immensely happy, thinking her video went viral. When she sees it was just me, a larger YouTuber, responding with hatred, the letdown will be immense, and she shall never hate again. Oh dear, that's very mean to both of us, you entitled cauliflower-looking purple profile picture having a turtle. You clicked on it, idioto. Your channel, though. Why would I ever want to take something at its face value? That's against the fundamental INTP wiring, and it's an enjoyable thing. Mrs. Rainbow Unicorn, need I say literally anything to you? You've roasted yourself by sheerly existing with that name and pick. Finally, this person wanted me to seek psychological evaluation. I'm too silly for that, you realist. I can hunt people down in a matter of hours. Once, somebody showed me this stock photo of a woman from online, and I reverse searched it up and found the woman's whole life story in a matter of hours. Internet ease. That's also what I do in my videos, just to fictional characters, and it's harder because I can't use the internet for them, and there's a lot of basis for assumption due to the restricted info of a movie, hence theorizing. Well, that was an unpleasant experience. Let's move on to the Q&A. I'm sure you guys have some very detailed questions for me. This person wants to know if I'm doing any collabs in the future with other channels. Well, I don't really collaborate with other YouTubers because it goes against the internal framework of my channel's character and the way I come up with my theories. It's quite hard to explain, but I probably won't do a collab for a very long time. And this person wants to know what my favorite movie is. Well, I love Inception, or really anything mysterious like it. I really like TV shows like Once Upon a Time, Lost, Sherlock, Supernatural, Stranger Things, The 100, Bates Motel, A Series of Unfortunate Events, and even Death Note. It really hits me hard with the great twists in its writing. This person wants to know if there are any theories that I would like to make a video on, but I don't post a theory video on my channel unless I have come up with the entire theory myself, or if little bits of evidence come from my commenters because I've asked for it. What's my favorite theory? If you're talking about the ones that I have made, I have a playlist on my channel that orders them from my best to worst. My favorite one would probably be my syndrome one. How do I come up with a theory? Well, I have a video on my second channel detailing the whole thing. I might make a more updated version and probably publish it to this main channel. But usually what I do is I watch a film and take notes on how I think it will end. Usually it doesn't end in that way that I think, and my notes make a great theory on how it could have been. If I don't do that, then I will usually scour the film for the most infinitesimally minuscule detail to exploit the whole thing into a video. What's my ethnicity? Well, fun fact, I used Ancestry.com to trace myself back like 120 generations or something ridiculous like that. I got like 4,000 people on it. Took me a whole summer once. My ethnicity is, well, obviously Canadian, I'm from BC, probably like 60% British, and I know that one of my early, like my grandpa, I think, was from the Middle East somewhere, but I don't really look like it, I just tan well. When and why did I get into theorizing? So what I did was, because so many people have asked this question, I wrote actually sort of like an autobiography of my channel's history, and I figured why not post it somewhere, so I put it to the only place I could think of, which is a wiki for YouTubers. So if you go there, you can read the whole thing. Did I ever think I'd make it this far into my career? Not at first, but the second the growth started beginning, I figured I probably would. Where do I get my evidence other than viewers and personal experience? So I don't usually get viewer evidence unless it's something like SpongeBob or Fairly OddParents, where I need a lot of episodes to be watched in mass and I don't have time for it. But usually, I just scan the movie myself very intensely, taking rapid-fire notes and trying to connect them like a conspiracy corkboard in my mind. How much effort did I put into the 9 theory? So, I assume you're talking about the first one, but each one only took me like an hour or two. It's actually very efficient how I am now. It used to take a lot more time. Where did I learn all of the physics and math stuff? I self-taught pretty much all of it. How long does it take me to record and edit a theory? It used to take me very long time, but writing is probably the longest, like several hours. Recording's easy, but very boring. Like right now, I'm just laying on my carpet recording with a crappy mic. Editing takes a few hours, and coming up with the idea takes weeks of just occasionally thinking about things. It's easily the hardest part. My favorite fruit, vegetable, dairy product, meat, and junk food? Well, I like plums, I guess. I like cucumbers, I guess. I like milk, burgers, but pepperoni pizza trumps literally everything. Like, come on. Although a lot of these are now foods I shouldn't be eating, because a few months ago I ended up in the hospital because my entire digestive system shut down. Story for another day. Do I own a script writer slave? No, I write, edit, record, publish, and come up with all the ideas. Do it all myself. Are you a human? Define human. What's my favorite thing to do when not making theories? Well, I like to watch TV shows on YouTube or work on my other channels, which you should check out. My favorite theory that isn't my own? Well, I really do enjoy the FNAF series by Game Theory, and really any FNAF theories in general, because it's like a game where they dangle clues in front of you. It's ideal for something I enjoy, although I wouldn't make a theory on it myself because other people have done it. And I guess the Pixar theory is pretty cool, but I think it was debunked by Pixar a while back. When is my schedule for uploading? Well, I post every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Currently, I'm actually 8 videos ahead, and I'm planned all the way through until January 2019. That's like insanely further than I think any other YouTuber ever. Is my Theorizer personality my real personality? Well, it's a bit more eerie at times, depending on the video theme, but mostly actually the same. Following through with like personality theory and stuff, the closest personality type to my channel would probably be INTJ, but in real life I'm an INTP. Do I have a team to help me make theories? No, I make my theories completely alone because I have an obsession with taking all the credit for things I think up. It's another reason why I don't like collabing. Do I play video games? I've only played a couple of video games, and it's because I only like Nintendo. I only like Nintendo because of Mario. I only like Mario because of Mario Kart. I only like Mario Kart because of the tracks. I only like the tracks because of the creative and intriguing paths and patterns. I only like those because I have an obsession with mazes, patterns, roadmaps, house plans, anything with mathematical rhythm because I'm a hardcore INTP. What state do I live in? No, I live in British Columbia, Canada. What's my favorite anime? Well, I have only seen Death Note. That's the only anime I've seen, and I watched it because the movie was coming out and because of the intriguing concept, and I absolutely loved it for quite simply the story and nothing else. I loved the story. Perfect. What is the best way to get better at making theories? To be smart. Tips for someone looking to attempt to be a YouTuber. It's very hard and probably impossible. I persevered for 10 months without so much as 2 views, making a video every 2 days. When one went viral for no reason, they all did. Algorithmically manipulative success. What inspired me to make the story for my 3rd channel? Well, I love storytelling twists, and I really wanted to give my viewers the ability to theorize on me and stuff I've written. Making my theories, I do very little research. Most of the stuff I talk about is just stuff I already know, which is why it can sometimes be incorrect or not fully developed, but that's pretty rare. When I make a theory, the idea is something I have to construct by either looking for evidence, or it just came to me as I try to predict the ending of a film. I use inductive and deductive reasoning constantly, and I've gotten pretty good with both. What got me into theories? Well, as I said, the mystery of Five Nights at Freddy's and the theorizability of it had me off the wall with wanting to solve it. But FNAF is actually quite easy to solve. The clues are dangled right in front of you, as opposed to something like a Disney movie where you have to create the mystery, create the clues, and then solve the mystery and share the clues and get everyone to believe it. It's much, much harder. But I never ultimately got around to touching FNAF. It inspired me greatly, though, to apply that same mystery to other media. My favorite theory, again, is my Incredibles Syndrome theory, the part 1, because of the end, where I make an obvious connection that flips the film on its head and proves all of my prior flimsy evidence to be bang on correct. My role model for making theories, I was inspired a bit by a lot of fictional detectives, like, I guess, Sherlock Holmes, pretty cool character, but also other theory channels like, I guess, MatPat, Lockstin, Vsauce, Inside a Mind, who used to be CP Games, the Super Carlin brothers, and the epidemic flood of Five Nights at Freddy's theorists. This person asked, will anything in my modern videos today be like what the robot voice was before, that I'll find really cringy and terrible? Well, probably my current mic quality. It's great, but still not ideal. I need a better recording studio. Right now I just lay on the carpet with a mini mic. Also, the editing in general would probably eventually improve, but all of this wouldn't be even close to my hatred of that bot voice. It would just be small improvements. What are my goals in real life? Memorizing pi to 1,000 digits. Currently I'm at 140, and it only took a few hours of reading over, but a lot of memorization. Do I have any pets? As a lot of you know, I have a cat named Lily. She's actually made an appearance in a few videos here and there, and on my 2nd channel. What inspired me to be a YouTuber? Well, actually, it really started when I watched this video by someone who analyzed the physics of a clip from Total Drama Island, and I, being the stupid person I am, finally realized I could actually do the same thing. So I began to teach myself all of the physics I never learned in school, and I made the Thwomp video, or my first theory. Other inspiration was from a couple other theory channels and fictional detectives, because I'm quite a fan of problem solving and doing it. My favorite part of making a theory is writing, but only when it's a really good idea. I like editing, but only when it's something that's short, where I get to go all out with crazy graphics. And of course, publishing and getting the fans' reaction. How many minutes a year do I work on theories? Well, it's really broad, but on average, probably around 25,000 minutes. Why don't I rename myself to the Conspiracizer? Because that's not a real word. My favorite movie to watch when I need a break from theory crafting, I really like Inception. Well, the longest theory it took me to make was probably calculating, it was a long time ago, the calories in the Mario Kart 8 track Sweet Sweet Canyon. It took over 2 weeks to calculate in total. How hard is it to do a theory that has never been done before? Well, all of my theories are stuff that I've come up with, so all of them are very hard. It's incredibly difficult to create the mystery and convince and then solve the mystery. My favorite composition from an animated film, I think you mean the music. I like Inside Out off the top of my head, but anything dramatically action-packed or mysteriously suspenseful will be right up my alley. How smart am I? Well, I have never been tested professionally, but IQ tests I've taken online have ranged anywhere from 123 to 143. I'm not quite sure, because those aren't very accurate at all. Have I ever finished a theory and then realized I missed something? Yes, and then I'll usually put it in the pinned comment or a description, and if it's a big enough point, I'll make a whole part 2. Do I know the way? Reads comment. Initiating failsafe mechanism. Failsafe fails. Initiating sequence of self-destruction. So, that's it. Thanks for the 500k, it's pretty interesting. Let's go to 1 million, because that'll be even more interesting. In the coming videos, somewhere, I shall give you all a clue. A clue that will start you on a trail of mystery ciphers and codes. A trail that will, after intense internet searching and decoding, lead you to my face reveal. Maybe. Fellow theorist YouTubers out there, if you're into codes and mysteries, here's a good video opportunity. I know making theories is immensely difficult, so look for a clue. You'll know it when you see it. It might even be in the 1 million subscriber Draw My Life special. Until then, check out my second channel where I do hilariously over-the-top gameplays in which I scream and make weird noises, but there's an underlying mystery over there that a few have begun to crack. Check it out. Also, of course, Conniving Puffin, my third channel, is one big epic story of mystery, twists, and poor animation. Quite interesting. Until then, I'm the Theorizer.